saying you gotta do the Birdman hands rub because something special is brewing. Something special is happening. Ladies and gentlemen of the Tag Squad, welcome to the, let's say, first episode, hopefully, we'll see, of this installment of Quick Tag, aka Tag Goes Raw. I'm gonna pause for a little laughter and giggles because I did it when I thought of the name. But Tag Goes Raw. And as you can see, I'm your boy Scoot Most, Tag's personal colossus. And I'm here to bring you what happened in the 3 hours of Raw so you don't have to watch it. So let's just say that I watched 3 hours of Raw so you don't have to. Ignore the reflection in my glasses. Be all right. But let's get to it. Raw opens up with a promo from Heyman, Lesnar. Of course, big beefy boy Brock celebrating his dub at day one. Uh, they did announce that early in the night there would be a fatal four-way for the main event between Rollins, Owens, Lashley, and E to determine who would be the number one contender for Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble. So Heyman comes out there, introduces Brock. Brock talks his talk about the opponents. So it was Heyman. You know, typical, I'm the champ. Whoever's next, let's do it. That type of talk. It was okay. I mean, getting the reunited Paul and Brock, that's what we were here for ultimately. That Paul and Brock are reunited. First match of the night, we do get RK Bro versus the Alpha Academy. If you have been keeping up, these two teams been beefing for a little bit. They've each had individual matches with each other. This is the first time I think they actually had a tag match, or maybe the first time in a while they had a tag match. So they had a tag match. Alpha Academy gets the dub with Otis overpowering Riddle. He hits his I forgot what they called it, but he hits his slam on Riddle 1, 2, 3. I personally think coming up, Alpha Academy most likely will beat RK Bro for the tag titles. We shall see. Uh, Next up, this was an interesting match, but it was basically Akira Tozawa and Tamina teaming up against Dana Brooke and Reggie in a 24/7 championship mixed tag match. Basically, if Brooke and Reggie was to lose, whoever got the pin would be the new 24/7 champion. I know, just walk with me here. That was the rules. This match didn't last long. At some point, I think Tozawa either kicked Tamina or he hit Tamina in some way. Tamina got pissed and she decks Tozawa, which prompts Reggie to do his somersault flip splash meteor looking thing. I'm pretty sure there's a technical term for it that that's not coming to mind right now. But Reggie hits his somewhat finisher. 1, 2, 3. Dana Brooke remains champion. Brooke and Reggie celebrates. It goes on. um Next big segment, because there was a little segment sprinkled out through the show, but yeah. The next big segment that happened in the ring, Lynch came out to the ring talking about how there's no other women to beat. She has beat them all. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Liv Morgan comes out saying, "Hey, yeah, you might have beat me, but I'm getting closer and closer till I can finally beat you." Whatever. Bianca comes out and she's like, "Yeah, Becky, you and I still got beef, so what's up on it? You wanna run it back?" So of course Morgan and Morgan and Belair starts bickering. Becky's like, y'all handle that between y'all. Eventually it leads to Bianca and Liv attacking Becky. They started fighting each other. Becky comes back, gets them both. She stands tall. Later on, Dewdrop goes backstage and hems up, in a sense, Pierce and DeVille, saying, "Aren't we tired of these matches? Like we just had a combination of Becky and Liv, Becky and Belair. Can we do something different?" So they said, "All right, bet next week, triple threat, Dewdrop, Bianca, Liv, winner fights Bex at Royal Rumble. We'll see what happens there." Next up, Nikki ASH, Rhea Ripley versus Queen Zelina and Carmella for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Um, I don't know if this was meant to happen so soon or what, but Zelina hits Rhea off the apron. Then she rolls up Nikki 1, 2, 3. And the only reason why I say was that meant to happen, because as soon as the pin happens, the camera kind of pans to Nikki and she clearly mouths, "What the fuck?" So I don't know. I don't know if this was supposed to happen this way, if this match was supposed to be this quick, because I'm pretty sure it was under 5 minutes. Like this match did not last long at all. But Queen Zelina, Carmella retains the championships. All right, well, this when things starts to take shape. Johnny Knoxville, for some reason, is like, "Hey, I'm declaring myself for the Rumble." Okay, okay. Then we get the Street Profits saying they're gonna both be in the Rumble. Ray and Dominic say they're gonna both be in the Rumble. Then there's a segment with Vince and Theory where Vince tells Theory he's going to be in the Rumble. So far we have our first 6 people who's going to be in the Royal Rumble. And Royal Rumble's on the 29th. So of course within these upcoming weeks, things will start to take shape. And speaking of the Profits, they go against Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. Um, Pretty standard little tag match. Um, Street Profits win. Montez in that from the heaven splash he does. They took a freeze frame. Montez gets so far up there. I'm pretty sure that impact has to hurt with him coming down. The beauty that Montez can get so high up when he does his from the heaven splash, it's just amazing. But Street Profits get the W. I don't know why this match happened necessarily, but it happened. Profits get the W. Next up, we get Damian Priest, Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship. If Priest gets DQ'd or counted out, Ziggs will still win the title. So if y'all been keeping up, they've been saying it's the Priest side and the Damian side. The Priest side is the good side, and the Damian side is the side he goes to where he goes into these blind fits of rage. Because that's how he got DQ'd against Ziggler. I think it was last week or the week before when they had a title match. And they even made note to say that all of the matches Priest lose, he either loses by count out or gets DQ'd. So of course, throughout the match, Ziggs was trying to get Priest to flip out so he can get DQ'd. Even Rude comes out, interferes, tries to get things happening. To no avail. Priest wins. He keeps the belt. Next big segment, Miz and Maurice comes out, delivers a promo about what happened at day one, how it was a travesty, all of the above. Maurice was like, if Beth was to be here right now, she'll smack her. Okay, you summon her. There they go. Edge and Beth comes out. They start having a promo with each other. Edge throw out the gauntlet. How about the It couple versus the Grit couple at Royal Rumble? Miz accepted. Maurice didn't look too happy, but Miz accepted the match. So yes, so far at Royal Rumble, we're going to get the It couple versus the Grit couple. Edge's words. Next up, we get AJ Styles versus Omos. They broke up a few weeks back. They didn't get a chance to have their match last week, but they had it this week. And boy, oh boy, was it a squash match. Almost just literally beat the shit out of Styles. Like, I think Styles might have got a kick in the beginning and something else. He tried to go for the not the Styles Clash, the Phenomenal Form like twice. The first time he got blocked. Second time he jumped and did it and almost chopped him out the air. It was done in pure dominant fashion. It was very one-sided, but almost gets the W. I guess we'll see where we go from here. Before the main event, we got a promo of what happened with Bliss when Charlotte tore up Lily and everything. So now they're saying starting next week, we're going to get the Bliss's role back to Raw. I don't know if she's supposed to be the same character. Is she supposed to be going through some type of rehabilitation? We'll see what happens with that. But Bliss is on Raw starting next week. We'll get her in segments, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure it's going to lead up to her returning at the Rumble. So, yeah. As I mentioned earlier, we get Kevin Owens, Big E, Seth freaking Rollins, which they now started to call him that. Seth freaking Rollins. They actually put the freaking in quotation marks in his name. And Bobby Lashley. And once again, winner fights Lesnar at Rumble. So throughout the night, we had a segment from KO, segment from Rollins, segment from E and MVP, and not E and MVP, E, and a segment from Lashley and MVP saying how, you know, the typical I'm going to be the winner, blah, blah, blah. E gave a very passionate speech and this, that, and the other, but we get this match. This was supposed to be the match we were supposed to get at day one, but you know, they added Brockington to it. So hey, it wasn't a bad match. They kind of rehashed what they did with day one, which is going full tilt, full going at it. Some of the same spots with the whole Lashley going through the barricade, but unfortunately he missed, so he went through it. Owens and Rollins slamming E through the announce table. They brawled through the audience to the concession stands, came back. Then when they came back from commercial break and the rest of the fight was happening, that's when the almighty mode kicked in because he started beating ass. 3 different spears. He pins KO. 1, 2, 3. We're finally getting the beefy boy brawl we've been wanting. Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Royal Rumble, aka Beefy Boy Brawl. Triple B's. We getting it finally at the Rumble. A Beefy Boy Brawl. Which most likely means Owen, Rollins, and E will most likely be in the Rumble. Rumors suggest that maybe E might win the Rumble and challenge Roman at WrestleMania. We'll see how that goes. But we are getting that Beefy Boy Brawl. They go back to Brock in the back. He's looking at Lashley. He's kind of like, okay. And then he basically gives a message that tell Roman I'll be at SmackDown on Friday. We'll see what happens. So basically, yeah, that was Raw. And I tried my best to bring it to you in minimum time as possible. So, hey, I brought Raw to you in 15 minutes so you don't have to sit through 3 hours. But hey, of course, it's your boy Scoot, aka Scoot Most, T.A.G's personal colossus. And don't worry, I will never betray the fellas. And speaking of the fellas, to Lip Dizzle, Jaeger Bombastic, Too Sweet to the Brodies, Too Sweet to the Tag Fam. This is a new year. We gonna be going blitzkrieg with the content. You're gonna be getting content from us left and right. So the best thing to do, what's best for business, as WWE would say, subscribe. That way you will know when you subscribe, you can notify yourself. So that way, when myself, Jaeger, Dizzle, the three of us, two of us, whatever free bird rule we decide to enact, you'll be here. I mean, you will see it all. But thank y'all for tuning in. This might be the first of a series, depending on if I want to keep sitting through Raw. We shall see. But hey, I'm loving the name. Tag goes Raw. It's your boy ScooterRay. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All that good stuff. But the most important thing y'all have to do, the very most important thing, you got to tag out. Peace, everybody. Thank y'all again.